The DOJ's second antitrust trial against Google begins today in Virginia, arguing the internet search giant has used its portfolio of ad tools to create a monopoly. Federal Judge Amit P. Mehta says he plans to deliver a punishment for Google by August of 2025, while signaling he would take into account the swiftly changing tech landscape, including potential new competition from AI chatbots from companies like OpenAI and Microsoft. I want to bring in NetChoice Vice President and General Counsel Carl Szabo. And Carl, you're also professor of internet law at George Mason University's Scalia Law School. I want to get your reaction to this trial and this, again, another attack on Google.
Yeah, the absurdities really do continue. If you look at the search trial, the judge completely ignored the existence of AI. And if you look at this trial, which is about digital ads, the Department of Justice basically says there are no advertisements on social media, ignore all the ads on TV. And if you only look at this one teeny tiny market, Google has a monopoly, which that's not how things work. Second is, there's no consumer harm. No consumers are standing on their curbs saying, please, please, government, come in and save me from Google. Nobody's saying that. What will actually happen is consumers will be harmed with these actions. And then finally, this is just more evidence of the Biden-Harris administration's war on American businesses. What they are doing is throwing up giant caution signs to every investor, every business, saying, in America, you can make it, just so long as you don't make too much, because then we'll come and crush you.
Yeah, no, and believe me, they have been dealing with this for a year. They've got a suite of lawyers that are ready to fight back, and they certainly will, because they've been up against these issues. And the Europeans really, took the first swipe at Google, if you will. Let's talk about this, though. Tens of thousands of supporters of former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro took to the streets to protest against the country's Supreme Court ban of Elon Musk's social media platform X. Several former Bolsonaro officials blasting President Biden for staying silent, saying that the U.S. has a, quote, responsibility to be the reference point for democracy, for rule of law, for freedom in the hemisphere. And then former President Trump is vowing to bring back free speech. He had a campaign rally in Wisconsin over the weekend. Watch what he said about this.
I will bring back free speech in America because it's been taken away. I will sign an executive order banning any federal employee from colluding to limit speech, and we will fire every federal bureaucrat who is engaged in domestic censorship under the Harris regime.
Carl, your thoughts on his comments there and this overall fight about free speech and the administration's silence?
Yeah, let's be clear. Governments don't like free speech. It undermines their ability to control the message. And yeah, you see this in Brazil, you see this in England. But let's remember, the Biden-Harris administration gave us the Disinformation Governance Board just a year ago with Scary Mary Poppins. We had Mark Zuckerberg just the other week announcing that what we all knew, that the Biden-Harris administration pressured Facebook to censor speech about COVID and the Hunter Biden laptop story. And then finally, as you've mentioned previously, President Trump is operating on a gag order. This is a war on free speech. The United States of America, once upon a time, was that shining beacon on the hill for democracy. And yet we are hearing absolute crickets from this administration when you see authoritarian regimes like those in Russia and North Korea silence free speech. And equally, we're seeing no action against Brazil here.
All right, Carl Szabo, thank you for the perspective on this. It's going to be a big day for the company. We'll be watching it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be right back with our big buzz. It's a big name, you know. We're going to be talking about it. You're watching Mornings with Maria, live on Fox Business.
You got a fast car, and I want to take it to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal.